In this video, I'm going to show you how to save thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on your Amazon PPC. I'll guide you through a simple, effective pausing and negative keyword strategy that we use on a weekly basis. We'll also cover what you should be tracking to ensure your PPC campaigns are top-notch. I'm Dr. Travis Ziegler, a retired optometrist who achieved financial, time, and location freedom by building an online business to $500,000 per month and then selling it for a multi-million-dollar exit. I did this by focusing on Amazon PPC and my perpetual sales machine system. I've also helped other brands exceed $10 million per year in sales through my agency. Unlike many gurus, I have real experience in creating successful businesses online and specifically on Amazon. But enough about me, let's jump into the 5 steps to save you thousands of dollars. I want to go over a few concepts you must understand first, and then I'll share my screen and show you how to do this. Step 1, you need to embrace feedback loops. You need to use campaign data as a feedback loop. Continuously optimize your campaigns by assessing their results and making necessary adjustments. This is what we'll be going over for the rest of the video, but you have to embrace data. If you hate data, then stop doing PPC now and delegate it to somebody else, like our agency. This is why Chapter 6 on scaling your Amazon PPC campaigns is so important. In that video and chapter, I taught you how to look at the search term report and use the data presented to scale your Amazon PPC. We recommend doing that every month because of the data it provides for your business. Step number 2, focusing on conversion rate and TACoS, not ACoS. You've heard it over and over again in this course, but I'm going to say it again. The real game changer is TACoS, your total advertising cost of sale. Unlike ACoS, advertising cost of sale, TACoS gives you a broader view of how your ads impact overall revenue and profitability. By targeting high converting keywords, you can improve your organic rank, which in turn reduces TACoS and increases profitability. Stop fixating on individual campaigns ACoS, reiterated so it really sinks in. Stop fixating on individual campaigns ACoS. Instead, focus on conversion rate and TACoS. Some high ACoS campaigns can significantly boost organic rank, bringing down your overall TACoS, therefore increasing your profitability. If you don't understand that by now, the only thing that matters is, number 1, high converting search terms, regardless of ACoS, lead to an increase in organic rank, which leads to a decrease in TACoS, which leads to an increase in profitability. Don't make big decisions on ACoS alone. Step number 3, account-wide ACoS perspective. You need to look at your overall account ACoS rather than your individual campaign ACoSs. Some campaigns might run at a high ACoS, but still contribute to reducing your TACoS, making your business more profitable overall. Our exact match campaign for the word sty treatment ran at 150% ACoS, but contributed to 3 to 4 sales per day, significantly increasing our organic rank for the whole keyword silo of sty. This led to a lowering of our TACoS and an overall increase in profitability. Do not look at individual campaign ACoS. I put these points in here over and over again in this free PPC course to really solidify them in your strategy and in your mind. For step 4, I'm gonna jump over to my screen and show you how we pause and then add negative keywords. This is what my setup looks like when I'm pausing campaigns on a weekly basis. What I'm doing here is on my left side, I have my criteria right here. So step 4 is what we're on, bi-weekly optimization, pausing and negative keywords. And there's 2 big steps that we do. We look at high ACoS campaigns first. And so here's the instructions. We're gonna set the date range to 30 days, leaving a 5-day attribution window. So today's November 30th. We're gonna go back to the 27th. I know that's only 3 days, but Cyber Monday was that day, so that's why I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go to the 27th through the 27th, October 27th through November 27th. That's a 30-day window with a little bit of an attribution for Amazon to catch up. And then we're gonna sort the ACoS column from descending highest ACoS at the top. So let's scroll over to ACoS. And we're going to look at the highest at the top. And so you can see this one's 150%. I'm just going to pause that one. This is an exact match campaign, 103%. For exact match campaigns, we consider pausing if the ad spend or the ACoS is above 100%. So if the ACoS is above 100%, I'll probably pause it. You can see right here, it's over 100%. I am going to pause it. We also pause product targeting campaigns, which are OP. So you can see right here, 74%. I'm okay with that. 68%. And I'm okay with the rest of these ACoSs. They're not too out of control for me. Our target right here on this account is about 40%. And you can see that overall, let me get the ACoS pulled up. We're at 37%. So I'm not going to be that aggressive with my pausing because overall our account ACoS is where I want it to be. And therefore, I don't need to pause that much. So I'm just going to pause those 2. I'm going to be a little less aggressive in pausing today. Now let's look at negative exact. So this is going to be for broad phrase auto campaigns that have greater than 50% ACoS. Now remember we talked about with broad phrase and auto campaigns, we don't use a lot with phrase, but you'll see a lot of broad and autos in here. Those campaigns are discovery campaigns. Therefore, we're trying to discover new keywords all the time. And when Amazon is doing that, you're going to find search terms in there and ASINs even that you need to make negatives. Now, we should have already uploaded our negative phrase list that we created over in chapter 1 when we did keyword research. but we also need to optimize them throughout every week just to see if we can make more search terms and more ASINs negative. So let me show you an example of that as well. So my first broad campaign's right here. It's at 53%. Our criteria is anything over 50%. We're gonna look to optimize it. So let's look at this one. I'm also just gonna look at this other one just so you guys can see another example. And then I'm gonna just scroll down a little bit further. There's another broad one operating at 30% with 65 orders, significant sales velocity there, selling about 2 a day. So we're gonna leave that one alone. And that should be good. There's a random phrase in here, not doing too bad. Here's the auto campaign. Let me show you that one as well. All right, so with broad, phrase, and auto, I wanna reemphasize that we usually never pause the campaign. We usually always work to optimize the campaign. Now we may consider pausing the campaign if it's at like a 200 to 300 to 400% ACoS, but you can always optimize broad and auto campaigns. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. So let's head over and I'll show you how to optimize it. So here we are inside the ad group level. We're going to click here and then we're going to come down here to search terms. This is all the search terms that you're going for over the last 30 days. And what I like to do is just sort it by spend. And when you sort it by spend, it's going to show you the highest spenders first. And with this broad campaign, you can see that there's nothing really going out of control too bad. Yes, the ACoS is at 53%, but I'm okay with that. There's not really a lot of clicks on this, and so nothing to really do here. So I'm just going to close out of that. We're going to do the same thing for this broad campaign. Probably see the same thing. So we'll sort it by spend, and you can see this one's got 8 clicks, 3 sales. I'm going to leave that one on. Nothing else is really out of control, but you can also just kind of look through these and see if there's any words that just don't make sense. And it looks like all these look pretty good. So I'm going to close out of that one too. Same thing here. This is the auto campaign now. We're going to click into the ATM. We're then going to go to search terms, sort it by spend. And then you can see a little more action on this one, but not anything too crazy. But what I'm looking for here is words that just don't make sense with this product. And then I'm going to add them to my negative targeting. You can see I've already added quite a few negatives. That's why our targeting is pretty on point with this. But if you'd find a word that just doesn't make sense, like it's cooking, let's go look at Amazon. I always like to just search what comes up for Amazon for kids cooking, because that's a very browse-based keywords. They're probably looking for a lot of things like knives and recipe books. And you can see there's no aprons here on page 1. So that tells me that Amazon doesn't consider kids cooking relevant for my apron. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, I'm going to take it over up here, and I'm just going to type it in. I'm going to take a quick look at it just to make sure we're not making any sales somewhere else on another search term around kids cooking. And you can see it is causing some clicks. Kids cooking aprons, we are applicable for that. So what I want to do is I want to come over here to negative targeting, and I'm just going to negative exact kids cooking. And that will get rid of that keyword and save us a little bit of money. And you're going to do that every single week. Now, these are very, very small campaigns because this is a very small account. This is one of our test dummy accounts that we use to develop our software and for the training purposes. But you're going to have a lot more words in there when you do your account. So let me know if you have any questions about yours. I'd be happy to audit your campaigns for free for you, just to kind of show you how to do this. Just leave a comment below this video, and we'd be happy to jump on a call and just do that for you. So keep that in mind. Leave a comment down below to do that. All right, so we considered pausing exact product targeting and sponsored display product targeting. We don't optimize these because there's not much optimization to do. We then went through and added our negative keywords in here as well. So we looked to add negative keywords. We didn't find much though. So now we're going to move on to filter number 2, which is right here. It's going to be 0 orders. So we're going to do that same thing. Come up here, enabled. We're then going to do filtered by 0 orders. And then we're going to sort it by ad spend, with the highest being at the top. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to look for things that have been spending a lot but making no orders. So I know that these have 0 orders, so I don't have to worry about ACoS. This one right here. So we're going to pause anything with greater than 25 clicks and 0 orders for this product. Now, if your product has a lower conversion rate, you need to adjust this. So if you have a higher conversion rate, you might want to go after 10 clicks. So we have a pretty high conversion rate on this product. So this product targeting ad that's shown 13 times with no sales, I'm going to turn that off. It's going to save us $18. For this exact match one, this one they might be looking for just a direct hat. Kids cooking aprons, these are all pretty relevant and they're getting clicks. They're just not getting sales yet. So I'm going to leave those on. This one right here is a broad match campaign. So with broad, we're going to move on to negative exact. But these OW for us is exact match campaigns. Not much you can do to optimize those again. So you're either going to pause them or you're going to leave them on. We're going to leave them on. And the reason we leave them on is because then we can adjust the bids to optimize them. And then same thing with broad, you can adjust the bids to optimize them. We'll show you how to do that in another video, but let's just work on optimizing them by adding negatives. So we're going to open up that broad. Let's see if there's any other ones on here. Looks pretty good. And something else I like to do is, this is kind of more of a monthly thing that we do, is we like to just clean up our accounts. And so what we'll do is we'll look for older campaigns. So these are over a month old that are getting no sales. And so what I like to do here is just clean these up. So what I'll do is these aren't getting sales and they're not getting clicks. So I'm going to filter another one, clicks equal to 0. And this is no sales, no clicks, but they're running. And so you can see we've got about 31 campaigns here and none of them are new. So that tells me that Amazon just doesn't find these campaigns relevant. And so what I'm going to do here is just highlight all of them and just pause them, just get rid of them. And then what that does is it just helps focus up your thing. But going back to this, so we're going to look for negative exact matches that we can make in this broad campaign. So we're going to click into the ad group again. We're going to make sure our negative targeting has been uploaded. So let's go back to the campaign level, see if our negative keywords have been uploaded. So no negative keywords have been uploaded to this one. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my negative keyword master list. Let me get that pulled up. And here's our master negative list. So I'm going to pull this down, grab all of these, come over here, and I'm going to do negative targeting phrase, add those in. And this is actually going to be step 7. And I'm going to show you that here in just a little bit. Let me actually just jump down to step 7, actually, just because I'm doing it for you right now. So step 7 on our SOP is continuously adding negative keyword updating. And so you're going to constantly be adding new broad, new auto, and maybe even new phrases if you're going to use phrase match, but we don't like to use phrase match. And so as you continually add auto and broad campaigns, you want to go back to your master negative list that we made in chapter 2, and we're going to upload it to all those new broad and auto campaigns to save you money in the future. So step 7 is continuously uploading those to your list. All right, let's go back to this one. So we're going to go to the search terms and we're going to sort it by spend. And you can see not a lot of clicks or anything. So everything looks pretty good. Very few clicks, very few wasted ad spend. So we'll leave this on, even though ours does not have ruffles. So I just found a brand new phrase I'm going to add to my master list, and then I'm going to add it to over here. So even though you're not getting a lot of clicks that aren't converting, you can still look for search terms that may not make sense to your product. All right, so that was step 4. Now step 5, as you can see right here, is weekly unpausing. So what happens is when we go through this and we pause these different campaigns, sometimes we can pause one and attribution can catch up with Amazon. Amazon's attribution can be delayed up to 7 days, but usually it's about 48 hours. And we want to make sure that we didn't pause a campaign that might actually be profitable for us. So with this one, what I'll do is I will go to the pause campaigns. I will then sort by sales, with top sales being at the top. And then you can see right here, still pretty high ACoSs, so I'm not going to unpause these. But let's say attribution caught up and these ACoSs were now in our normal range. We would then unpause these and get them running again. Keep that in mind. And then finally with step 6, bid adjustments. And so what we want to do here is we want to regularly adjust bids for campaigns that aren't really producing much. And so how we do that is we go to targeting and we're going to do enabled and clicks equals 0. So you can see all of these products all these search terms that we're not getting any clicks for. And so what I'm going to do here, see we're getting some impressions, but not much, is I'm going to highlight all of these and I'm going to bulk actions. And I just want to get some data on them because right now they're not serving. And so we're not getting any data on them. So I'm just going to increase it by 30%. I am more aggressive. And so if you don't want to go 30%, you can go 20%. But then you can see here, we just raised all those bids and they went above the suggested bid. So they'll probably start showing a little bit more. And so that's how we do step 6. With weekly pausing and adding negatives, you can save yourself a lot of time and money, leading to more profit to put back into growing your business or paying yourself. A lot of what we discuss can be automated with software. That's exactly what we show you in our Perpetual Sales Machine program. For a deeper dive into optimizing your Amazon PPC and driving exponential growth, learn more at freedomflywheel.com. All right, action items for this video. Number 1, regular pausing and optimization weekly. You have to pause exact and product targeting campaigns that underperform based on your ACoS or that have 0 orders with excessive clicks. Number 2, regularly update and upload negative keyword additions. Optimize your broad, phrase, and auto campaigns by continuously adding negative keywords. This helps reduce unnecessary spending and focuses your budget on high-performing keywords. Remember, maintain a master list of negative phrase and exact keywords for quick reference and application in future campaign launches.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for watching this video, and I picked out another video just for you. So make sure you check out that other video. And what do they need to do? Do they need to like and subscribe? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.